Prepositions are one of the hardest parts of any language to learn, and English prepositions are no different. In this video, we'll take a look at the preposition on and some expressions that use it. See how many times I use the preposition on in this video English lesson. Here's a picture of a butterfly and a yellow flower. The butterfly is a common blue butterfly. What can we say about the butterfly and the flower in relation to one another? That is, after all, what we use prepositions for, to talk about the relationship between one thing and another. Prepositions normally come before a noun or a pronoun. In this picture, we can say that the butterfly is on the flower. This tells us where the butterfly is in relation to the flower. The flower is a noun, and the preposition on comes before the noun. If we substituted the noun, flower, for a pronoun, it, we would still place the preposition before the pronoun. Is the butterfly above the flower? No, it's on it. It's the relationship between the flower and the butterfly that we are interested in. The butterfly is above, but in contact with, the flower. The flower is supporting the butterfly. This is the primary meaning of the preposition on. Here's another butterfly. This one's a red admiral. Where's the butterfly in relation to the leaf? The butterfly is on the leaf. The butterfly is in contact with and supported by the leaf. Here's another insect. This one's a grasshopper. Where's the grasshopper in relation to the plant? The grasshopper is on the plant. You can see that we use the preposition on to talk about one thing in relation to the surface of another thing. The table is a surface, and the strawberries are on the surface of the table. The strawberries are on the table. And we can use the preposition on to talk about dates and days. For instance, here's a photograph of a bee on a flower. I took the photograph on the 23rd of April, 2013. The 23rd of April 2013 was a Tuesday. So I took the photograph on a Tuesday. I'll go back to the park and see if I can get another picture of an insect on Thursday. On Thursday, when I go to the park, I might come across these creatures again. These are wasps. I have it on good authority that they're called umbrella wasps. The name umbrella wasp is based on the fact that the nests take on the form of umbrellas. They build their nests on the stems of strong plants. Here's a young queen waiting on the development of her larva. Her future workers. She'll keep on building her nest from a form of paper. On account of this, we also call them paper wasps. As her larvae grow in their hexagonal cells, she'll carry on feeding them with caterpillars and other insects on which they feed. I hope I don't stumble on a nest of wasps again. The last time I did, a wasp stung me on the arm while I was on my knees taking a picture. A moment later, another stung me on the leg, and I was soon on my feet. As other wasps flew angrily around me, I was on my toes and out of there in a flash. I'd rather be kissed on the cheek than stung on the arm or leg, I can tell you. My arm and leg felt like they were on fire. On reflection, the pain was worth it to get a photograph like this, don't you think? It's not fair to put the blame on the wasps or go on about how horrible they are. After all, they were just protecting their nest. Even though I'm much bigger than a wasp, they'll take on any creature of any size if they feel threatened. On the whole, the pain you get from a wasp sting depends on the amount of poison they inject. I was lucky that the ones that stung me didn't go on injecting poison for more than a second, and I was soon on the mend. Danger-wise, ladybirds have nothing on wasps. I found this one sitting on a dried stalk on a Sunday in March last year. I went to the beach with my wife on my motorbike. I was the rider, while my wife was riding pillion on the back. On reaching the beach, my wife began sunning herself on a beach towel on the sand. I went on ahead on a mission to find something to photograph. There's a pine forest on this stretch of the coast, and it was on the cards that I should catch something interesting on film. Sure enough, I found this ladybird sitting on the stem of a plant with the sun glinting on its carapace, or wing case. There were a great many dragonflies on display too. They seem like a type you only find on the coast. Unlike those you find on the outskirts of Seville, these ones have vivid blue on the undersides of their eyes and bright red on the top. They flew quickly on their gossamer wings, too fast to catch on film. On the instant they settled on the vegetation, however, I quickly fixed my lens on them. I wasn't always on time to catch them, though. Later on, we decided to get on home. We put our crash helmets on, jumped on the bike, turned on the engine and went on our way. On our return home, I quickly turned on the computer. I spent a couple of hours on the computer, going through the images on the hard drive. On the whole, the pictures I got were amazing, and I knew I could draw on them for future videos like this one. I hope you enjoyed it. How many times did I use the preposition on in this video English lesson? How many expressions did you hear with the word on in them? I've created an interactivity to go with this lesson. You can find it on my website, linguaspectrum.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, just click on the link on the description below. There's also an MP3 podcast version, a full typescript, and a worksheet for personal use or use in the classroom. If you'd like to see any of the pictures in this video English lesson hanging on your wall, you can buy a fine art print from my website, photoric.com.